My what?
Harry Potter Patronus, or like your animal version of you.
I don't know. I've never been asked that question before.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
Like literally just any animal?
Yeah.
Probably a monkey.
Why?
Because the energy and how crazy they are.
Fair enough. Good choice. What hobbies do you have?
I like solving puzzles and like Rubik's cubes especially. Sometimes some like video games here and there, and just spending time with friends.
What do you like about Rubik's cubes and puzzles?
Just the kind of like mental awareness that you need to solve them. It really gets my brain moving, and you really have to like be mentally engaged, and it's like doing that gets my mind off of other things. So instead of like overthinking and like having to think about anything else, because my mind's always moving a mile a minute, mostly because of the ADHD. But it like really just hones everything into like one thing that I can focus on.
Cool. If you could be reborn as absolutely anything, like an idea, an object, a person, a place, a thing, what would you want to be reborn as?
Pure bliss and like happiness. Just like the idea of not having to worry in the world, just like people that can live very like not carelessly, but I guess kind of carelessly. We can kind of just be yourself and experience like yeah.
Love it. That's so you, Cam. What is a soft fear that you have?
A soft fear?
Yeah, like not a crazy serious fear, but like a relatable fear.
Really opening up to people, like letting them in on like really personal stuff, because I can be like pretty open in general, just like kind of be myself. I've never really struggled with, but like really letting people in and seeing like the not full energy, like crazy side of me when I can actually like have a day where I'm just kind of like talking about my day. It's hard for me to do. And I'm scared to do it sometimes.
What pet peeves do you have?
Inconsistency is a big one. When someone seems really there, but ends up being like really flaky or just inconsistent. Like they'll say one thing one day and then like totally not live up to what they say.
What is your ideal day? What would you want to do? What would you like?
On like a weekend? Probably put your pants on, bro.
Yeah, put your pants on, bro.
Just got a tattoo on his like his pants right at his ankle. Stop. Ideal day is probably a pretty chillaxed day, honestly. I probably want to wake up pretty late because I would typically wake up pretty early. And then probably around like 11 noon, start to hang out with some friends. Sorry, my friend's walking up to me. And then around, probably hang out for a couple hours and then get some good food. This is what we're doing. This is my friend Lizzie.
Hi, guys.
She said hi. My name's Johnny. I like to party. His name is Johnny. He likes to party. His name is Johnson. He's crazy.
That's a really good answer. Thank you.
But yeah, probably definitely some good food around dinner time, and then honestly probably an early bedtime. It's a very relaxed day. It's probably my ideal day. I just couldn't live like that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because I get those so few and far between.
Yeah, it makes sense to go for something that you don't normally get.
Yeah.
Who is a character from a movie or book that you relate to?
Sean from Psych, for sure. Every time I watch him, it reminds me of a full embodiment of myself. I love his energy. I love his kookiness. How his brain works a lot of the time, not necessarily like the fucking photogenic memory that he has, but just kind of like how he thinks about things kind of reminds me of how I think about things, where it's like even if he's being really smart, he'll still kind of say it in a stupid way or like try to come off kind of stupid. He doesn't want to walk in the room and like flaunt like what his smarts. I'd rather just like say something that sounds stupid, but it's like actually kind of pretty educated.
That's really well put. That's so true. Yeah, he doesn't want to like make people uncomfortable with his knowledge. He just wants to.
And he'll sound stupid and like go like this while he's doing it, but it's like he's really like put a lot of thought into it. He wants to act quirky while he does it.
What is a thing that you say or do, or like a phrase that you do that, like, if someone was trying to pretend to be you, that they would probably copy?
Ooh. What a iconic Cameron quote. I don't know. I don't know if I have any like good like one phrase or one liners. If they were trying to imitate me, they probably just have to show like 900% of what the energy that they usually bring is.
That's probably true. Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily any words that they'd say, but just how much energy they typically have to bring. Definitely just holding a Rubik's Cube would be enough to try to imitate me.
For sure.
If they just show up with a Rubik's
blonde
Cube.
hair, like just pull out a wig. I don't know.
Exactly.
No.
So we bring the long hair back now that I'm blonde.
What unpopular opinions do you have?
Ooh. Any topic, just like in general?
Sure. I don't want to limit you. I mean, yeah.
I think college is a scam. I also don't like when people complain about student debt. It's a weird one. It's like you kind of knew what you were getting into with it, and then they're like, "Oh, but I'm like 40K in debt." When it's like you kind of knew what you were doing when you were like, "I accept your student loans." Exactly, and then they're like complaining about it as if it wasn't like their choice. It's like when people complaining about getting their car, and they're like, "My car payments were so much," but it's like you literally signed a piece of paper that said your car payments would be as much as they were.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's like when people complain about stuff that they like blatantly signed up for, as if it's like the world against them. I don't like that.
Last question. What is your favorite thing about yourself?
How comfortable people tend to be around me makes me really happy. People don't usually feel like they have to be closed off, and usually within like the first time or second time that I hang out with people, you can kind of tell that they're just being themselves instead of having to like act like another person or like be someone else or act a certain way around me to try to be cool. I appreciate that about people being able to be open with me.
That is really cool. All right, thanks for letting me interview you, Cam.
Absolutely. Thank you for interviewing me. It was a lot of fun.